Hi there. Today we're going to talk about how to forgive someone who has hurt you. Today we're going to talk about some of those situations where maybe we're having a hard time forgiving someone for something that they have done that has hurt us. Remember, everything we do for a reason, or we wouldn't do it, which includes every thought that we think. We think those thoughts for a reason. If I have been hurt by somebody else, think about this for a minute. Remember that there are three foundational principles that govern our relationships and that govern the world in which we live. Those foundational principles are accountability, which is I'm accountable for my life. I can't give that away and nobody can take it from me. Choice is another principle which says that in any circumstance or situation, I have the choice to think and feel whatever I want to. And as long as I'm not being physically controlled, I have the ability to behave in whatever way that I want. And then the third principle is control. That nobody can control me and I can't control anybody else. The only thing that I have control over are my conscious thoughts, my emotions, and my behavior. So think about this and see if you can identify what is the principle that is being violated when I say that somebody else hurt me. Now, I'm not talking about as far as physical pain goes, but somebody hurt me emotionally. Is it possible for someone to hurt me? And for some of you who have experienced pretty significant pain in your life in connection with relationships and behaviors that others have done that has affected you, you may be saying, well, yeah, another person can hurt me. If they lie to me, that can hurt me. If they deceive me, if they are unfaithful towards me, that can hurt me. Again, I'm going to encourage you today to keep an open mind and to think about what I'm saying. Because again, this is not about blaming or shaming. This is about empowering us and helping us as individuals to take control over our lives and live the lives that we want to live. Create and live lives that we love. And so is it really possible for somebody to hurt me? If I was to say to you, go ahead and hurt me, say something to hurt me, is it possible? Or do I have to choose to be hurt? Think about this. If somebody lies to me, who is that lie really hurting? If we go back to the principle of accountability, and I tell lies to other people, who's responsible and accountable for the lies that I tell? It's me. And nobody can take that away from me. I'm responsible for those lies. Now, the lies that I tell may influence other people, but those people get to choose what they do with that lie. Now, here's the thing. If I'm lying to you, then in a sense, I'm controlling you or I'm deceiving you because you're going to behave in accordance with what I'm telling you. And if you think that what I'm telling you is the truth, you'll behave in accordance with that. So deception is the only thing that really takes away our agency because we're making decisions based on something that isn't true, but we think that it is true. So in the moment, I may be lying to you and you behave in accordance with that lie. But at the moment that you find out that I have been lying to you, now you have a choice about what you are going to do with that information and whether you're going to take that information and use it in a way to learn and to grow and to help you make better choices in the future, or you're going to choose to go into that victim mindset and to blame and to say that life is unfair and that things that happen shouldn't have happened and feel like Your life is basically out of control, and it doesn't matter what you do because people are doing things to you all of the time. There's a new movie that's out that's a great movie that demonstrates what I'm talking about today. It's called I Can Only Imagine. It's the story of the band Mercy Me and their song I Can Only Imagine. But it's a story of a young man who grows up with an abusive father and his journey of working towards a place of being able to forgive his father. Now here's the thing. When we hang on to the hurt and the resentment and the anger towards somebody else and we are unwilling to forgive them, now think about that, going back to the principle of control. So if I don't forgive another person, what is that doing to the other person? Is it hurting them? Is it holding them back? Is it punishing them? Because sometimes we don't want to forgive somebody that's hurt us because we want to punish them. So I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to hang on to this anger and you're going to feel it from me for the rest of my life. Think about what I'm trying to do when I do that. I'm violating that principle of control because I'm trying to control that individual. I'm trying to make them feel what I felt. I'm trying to make them be sorry for what they did. I don't have any control over that. That is something that is self-evidently true, even though it may be hard to let go of. Because I may want to say, well, that's not right. That person shouldn't be able to get away with what they did. Here's the other thing to remember. Nobody can get away with what they've done. That falls back to that principle of accountability. We are who we are, and every thought that we think, every choice that we make is part of who we are. And when we make selfish choices, poor choices, where we influence others to be hurt, we create pain for other individuals, we are deceptive, we're dishonest, we're abusive, any of those things that we do, we are the ones that are accountable for that. And in order to no longer be that person, we are the ones that have to do the work to make the change. And if we do the work, we can change. And that's the cool thing for all of us too, because all of us make mistakes. And there are things that each one of us that have probably done that have influenced other people to be hurt. And sometimes when we see other people stuck in their life because of what we have done, we have a hard time forgiving ourselves. So we stay stuck. The sad thing about that is now both of us are stuck. I'm trying to move past my past and my old non-working behaviors, but because the person that I influenced, because they can't move past it, now I'm stuck too. And the other person stays stuck because they have a belief that if I forgive and let go, then that person is going to be freed up and excused for the behaviors that they did in the past. Those are both false beliefs that drive our behaviors, that result in lives of unhappiness and pain and misery. Viktor Frankl says that pain in this life is unavoidable. So all of us are going to experience pain, whether that's physical or emotional. But suffering, he says, is a choice. So we get to choose how we respond to the pain that we experience. So here's what I would say to you if you are struggling with forgiving a person that has hurt you in your life. First consider, is it possible for another person to hurt you, or is that something that you have control over? Can you change the meaning that you attached to that event so that you no longer have those same feelings towards the event or towards the person? And this is, I'll put out a reminder or suggestion to read the book Anatomy of Peace. Do you have a heart at war towards this individual? Do you see them as an object? Or are you able to see them as another human being, another person just like yourself, who is imperfect and who makes mistakes, but maybe trying to improve and move on in their life? And with what I just said there may be times when individuals are not trying to move forward, and they're still kind of mean people, and they are still making choices that are hurting people. Even on those individuals, if I don't forgive them, I'm still not hurting them. I'm only hurting myself and holding myself back. So I encourage you to look at the events, the individuals that have influenced that hurt in your life. See if you can change your thoughts about that will change the feelings and the emotions. The other thing that you can do is, as in anything else, remember everything we do for a reason, or we wouldn't do it. So if I am choosing to feel hurt and to hang on to that hurt, there must be some payoff that I'm getting for that behavior. So I want to look at, well, what's the outcome or the payoff that I get from hanging on to this? And is it really working for me? I may be deceiving myself and thinking that I'm getting a payoff for this when in fact I'm really not getting that payoff. Maybe hanging on to this hurt or these beliefs is affecting me in other ways of my life. Maybe that's the cause of other problems that I'm attributing to something else, but I've never made that connection between cause and effect. This is an opportunity for you to free yourself, to let go of that hurt, and to be free, to be able to be happy, and to enjoy your life, to enjoy your relationships, and to create the kind of life that you want for your life. So the way to free yourself is to forgive and to let go of what others have truly done to themselves, not to you, but because of your experiences in life, you've created meaning that has made it about you, that is only hurting you and holding you back. So make that change. Figure out or allow yourself to experience the happiness that you deserve, and go out and take it. Thanks for joining us again today. If you want to be part of what we're doing, go ahead and visit our website below at principlebasedliving.com and subscribe to our channel.